My name is Chris, and I fall victim to a company that has bought out a local utility that does not want to fulfill the contractual obligations of the service that they are supposed to be providing. And I'm making this video trying to find a way to get in touch with the management of Hargray Communications to get them to provide the services that they're supposed to be promising. Hargray bought the local ComSouth telephone company in Pulaski County, Georgia. And since then, our local internet has reduced immensely. And anytime that our area gets bad weather, the internet just completely falls offline. Now, over the last year, the tech support that I call, and side note, I've actually been sent home for the COVID virus, so I'm teleworking pretty much 80% of my job here at home. So I have to depend on it for my personal business and my W-2 job that I work. So anytime we have bad weather, the internet goes down, I'm out of work. I'm on pretty much what they call work stoppage. So I've called them about a dozen times, and every time I get the same response. They can't get anybody out here until the next day. And when they do get out here, the technicians that originally came out were the old employees from ComSouth. They knew the area, they knew the system, they knew where the faults were and the problems were. And they didn't have a problem telling me. I'm a small town, we talk, everybody knows each other. And the technicians told me straight up, the switch covering this area was bad. It was old, outdated, and worn out. And Hargray has to replace it. Now, granted, that's probably about $100,000 or something like that. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, they were being forced to put a Band-Aid on a piece of equipment that needs to be replaced. And in so doing, every time the weather came through, it would break again, and I was out of work. And I've lost about 3 or 4 days of work because of this issue. Now, every time I talk to Hargray, they assure me that some kind of management official is going to contact me, and so far they have not. The only contact that I've had initiated by Hargray was a rep or a technician, some salesperson wanted to find out if I was willing to participate in a beta test for, I guess, what he described as some kind of a cell tower VoIP system, which after I gave him a piece of my mind, I agreed to be a participant of this VoIP system just to get some kind of internet out here that was reliable. Right now, I'm averaging about 1.5 meg of internet service. And that gets sucked up real fast between, a dozen or so houses just in this little area. So the bandwidth gets eaten up pretty quick. So I was up for anything. But that was almost 3 months ago, and I still haven't heard anything back. So I'm trying to get a hold of the Department of Utilities, Department of Consumer Affairs, the Better Business Bureau, and so far, the only response that I got was the Better Business Bureau saying that Hargray did not respond to them either. So I'm pretty much at a loss, and the utility that I'm complaining about is one that you can't just shop around. You pretty much have to take whatever is controlling the geographic area that you're in.
What made you go public?
Well, simply because I'm at a loss. I have nothing else to work with. They won't call me back. They won't offer anything. They won't communicate at all. And I'm stuck out here in the middle of nowhere. And I'm outside the city limits a good bit. But I'm paying full price for crappy service. And I expect to get what I pay for. And right now, I'm getting way less than I paid for. And I can't communicate with anybody. And if I stop paying them, they just shut it off and go to somebody else. And there's no communication. So, yeah, I'm not above doing whatever it takes to get their attention.
Is there any particular solution that you're looking for right now from them?
So far, I've been requesting about $800 compensation for 3 days of lost time, which is extremely cheap. And I want this system fixed. I want that switch changed out, and I want my system up and running to the 10 megs that I'm contractually supposed to get.